presented by Matt Mertz Plumbing, now part of the Armstrong Comfort Solutions family. Did he even play yesterday? He pinch hit, and he got a hit. He's been hitting home runs lately. People clamoring for Oneil Cruz. Well, as much as people can clamor for anything, right? What was that, Cale? Did you drop something?
Did you? That came from in there.
It did? Could be Ron trying to sabotage the show now. He's arrived. He's here. He's ready for 10 o'clock. It's going to be him and Folsey. Is Cruz ready? Just because he's on a hot streak, a power streak here, does that necessarily mean that he's ready? And do you think he'll be here? When is the Pirates' next home game?
Well, they come back after this 4-game series with the Cardinals. They start a series, a 8-game homestand, I believe. And I think it's the Cubs coming up.
Will he be here? And should he be here for that series?
Will he? It's tough to say because I think there's been a couple of opportunities where, over the last couple of weeks, where realistically they could have called up Oneil Cruz. Now, we have to be honest. There is a performance aspect of it. He started off in spring training. After spring training, he got sent down to Indianapolis, and through the first month of the minor league season, he wasn't hitting very well. It's as simple as that. You know, he was not doing the things at the plate that we expect Oneil Cruz to do. That being said, the month and a half since then, he's been tremendous.
Wait, what do we expect Oneil Cruz to do? I don't expect necessarily anything. I've seen the guy for a week in the major leagues.
We expect him. What do we expect him to do at AAA? That is hit home runs and get extra base hits, and that's exactly what he's done.
For a very short period of time. Although I would agree I'd like to see him up here now, but this guy has a very, very small sample size of AAA baseball, and it hasn't been overly impressive.
Well, listen to me.
Yes.
So before the season, that was part of it too. That why he was sent down to AAA, because he didn't have that many AAA at bats. He had like 60 AAA at bats prior to this season.
Right.
Okay, so then they sent him down, and he's had 2.5 months.
And he's hitting 236, although he's been hot lately.
He's been hot lately, and he's peaking at the right time. He's hitting 236 because of how bad the first month was. And now he has turned the corner and started to get back to where we expect him to be and hitting the baseball he should.
Yes. So would there be anything that wrong with him mastering AAA for a while? To me, there wouldn't be. Having said that, I'd like to see him here. I think he's a curiosity in many ways. He has prodigious power. But I'm not sure what to expect when he gets here. He's hitting 236 at AAA. He's had a bad month and a good month.
You're right. He's had a bad month and a good month, though in his sample size, small sample size of AAA prior to this year, he was lighting it up. So if you take it in totality at AAA, he's been very good. It was just that one first month of the season, and he's entirely gotten out of that slump. Here's what I'm saying, too. The other thing, and what I keep hearing, is that they're trying to get him to continue to work on his defense at shortstop.
Yes, that's the other question here.
Ben Cherington said yesterday that they want him to play shortstop, even though they've tried him out in the outfield. He clearly wants to play shortstop. He said that as much to Jason Mackey. Now, the question to me is, okay, if he's working these, defensive drills and stuff and trying to improve in that area at AAA, and we're worried about him coming up here and making errors, I mean, look at what they have already in the field. I mean, Diego Castillo, went over 3 with an error yesterday. What could it do wrong to get Oneil Cruz to be up here and have him be that guy?
Because he's not going to be that guy long term. I asked John Heyman last week if there's one guy in the whole system that other people would want, who would it be? At first he said there really isn't that guy. They don't have a Chris Bryant coming up through the system. He doesn't think anyway. And then he settled on Peguero. So if Peguero's the future shortstop, then what's the point of although he's played some second, I know, in the minors.
Yeah.
Then what's the point of having this guy who's questionable as a shortstop train as one? Why not move him to the outfield?
Because I think he feels more comfortable at shortstop, though he still needs to take steps there and improve. I think he feels more comfortable there than he does in the outfield.
So who's the future shortstop?
I think... Let me say this. There is now more of a greater possibility, greater opportunity to get both of those guys in the lineup 2 years down the line because you have the DH now. So Oneil Cruz could just be the DH if we want to completely eliminate his potential to be a shortstop, and that is entirely Peguero's role. There's an opportunity for that too. And if they have other guys, because they have a lot of outfielders as well, Sawinski, Mitchell, they have Travis Swaggerty too, who's barely gotten the opportunity since he's been called up here.
Right. What's going on with him?
I don't know.
Why is he here if he's not going to play all the time?
I mean, I agree. I mean, you might as well keep him down.
He also has a tiny AAA sample size. So, and I hate to use the phrase sample size this many times, but it makes sense. Listen, I don't care what Cruz wants to do. I don't care if I'm the Pirates.
Yeah.
Shortstop comes, I think, with a lot of additional pressure compared to an outfielder or DH. I'd like him to play the field. I mean, he's got a really good arm. Why aren't they training him more as an outfielder? That's my question. I think you come up as a shortstop to the majors right now. I'm not sure he's ready to play defensively at the major league level. Neil Walker expressed some concern. I heard about that. So why put that additional pressure? Just play the outfield.
All right,
and hit.
but if we're worried about the fielding and the defense out there, is it any different than the guys that they've already had out there for the past couple of weeks?
No, as far as the team's concerned, no. But
Rodolfo Castro can do the same things.
Sure.
Diego Castillo could do the same thing. You might as well give all of those reps at the major leagues to Oneil Cruz to see if it can work.
That's not the context I'm talking in. Is what kind of defense are they getting anyway from that position? I'm concerned about him and how I maximize his potential. And if he comes up here and isn't adequate defensively and has the pressure of playing that position, I don't think that's good for him. I don't. I'd rather just see him train as an outfielder because the other guy, to me, is going to be their future shortstop and maybe not that long away. He's ready to be promoted to AAA, isn't he?
I would think so, yeah. And so that's part of the reason is they need Cruz to clear out the path for Peguero to come up. But they have other guys up there too. The Pirates are loaded in terms of the position players, infielders, outfielders right now.
We hope they are.
I think they are.
I hope they are.
I mean, it's all potential. It's all betting, it's all, hoping that these guys turn out, but as of right now, there's hope and there's potential, and that's all you can ask for.
Do you think he will be here for the next homestand?
I think so. And I think because we got to be honest. I mean, part of it is they want him to work on things. Part of it, too, is obviously service time. And
Mackey tells me that's all solved now.
It's all solved. So what other barriers are there than if they really want him to just continue to work on the defense? Just come up and do it here.
And I thought what Neil said was very interesting about how they've called up guys straight from Double-A ahead of him.
Yeah.
Heyman said last week when he was on with us, Ron and I, that could very easily be message sending to some of their other prospects that, listen, we're not wed to anybody here. To your point, we got a lot of people we can choose from that are highly thought of. So if we think Sawinski's doing a good job in Double-A or Cal Mitchell in Double-A.
Or Marcano, Tucupita.
Yes, we're going to call them up. So we don't really care about what your pedigree is, about what people think of you.
Yeah.
There's plenty of guys here, so you better get your stuff together at AAA and earn your way here. I love that. I love the idea of having competition in the minors for guys to get called up, and the highly or higher touted prospects better get the message. I like that.
And I think it's interesting because Cherington said this on his radio show yesterday, that they see more of a jump from the minors to the majors than they do from Double-A to Triple-A. They almost see those as kind of interchangeable, that he's totally fine, and we've seen it already.
Yeah.
He sees a bigger jump from Triple-A to the majors than he does from Double-A to Triple-A.
And Neil Walker did the dynamic of when you're in the minors, and you're watching other guys get promoted. Sometimes that can affect you negatively for a while and sometimes positively. Whatever it might be, you take note.
What more do I have to do? Why not me? I get it.
I think he's going to be here, too.
I
think he's going to be here. Coming up, we're rolling along here on the Fan Morning Show. You can text us on the Edgar Snyder & Associates fan text line, 412-928-9370. Edgar Snyder & Associates reminds you to text responsibly.